Willhaben, the go-to second-hand e-commerce site in Austria with over 4 million unique current users. Despite its success, leadership has identified a major issue with their platform. They're looking to reduce advertising noise while preserving and maybe even increasing advertiser value, platform liquidity, and digital advertising revenue. They've asked us to help with this, a cross-functional team including Ben, our business strategy manager, who analyzed and defined the gap in Willhaben's advertising model, Carl and Julius, our product managers for advertising and monetization, who designed the feature set to bridge that gap, Justin and Henry, our UX and product designers who built the interface to ensure high user trust, retention, and engagement, and Laura, our data and targeting specialist who projected the expected outcomes and improvements of our design. Our aim is to redesign the advertising on Willhaben's platform, making advertising feel less intrusive to users and increasing value to both advertisers and Willhaben itself. There are a number of reasons why this has become a strategic priority for Willhaben. First of all, about 35% of the Austrian population use ad blockers, which is a symptom of intrusive advertising. Persisting with intrusive advertising will only further elevate the number of ad blocker users, and while addressing this might not directly reduce the number of ad blocker users, it at least does not propagate it. Second, solutions for this issue are important to capturing younger demographics who are more sensitive to advertising that creates a bad user experience, as evidenced by the fact that more than 50% of the younger population of Austria use ad blockers. And third, keeping up with modern advertising seen on competing platforms such as Vinted and Etsy, platforms that appeal to younger demographics, will aid in sustaining Willhaben's market position. The relatively high percentage of adblocker users result in lost revenue to Willhaben as blocked ads are not monetized, as well as lost value to advertisers as the user base is not representative of the users that could view or click on their ad. Furthermore, the simple fact of intrusive advertising creating a poor user experience can create fatigue, which reduces user retention. It naturally follows that this presents a strong business opportunity that can benefit Willhaben, advertisers, and users. This brings us to our solution, contextual native advertising. The core principle is one of shifting advertising from interruption to integration, doing so through contextual and native ads. Let's talk about native first. The system would take raw advertiser assets, headlines, images, price, and automatically style them to seamlessly fit into Willhaben's UI. This allows ads to be placed directly and non-intrusively into the search results themselves, ensuring a user experience devoid of fatigue, as well as improving value to advertisers due to the ad's direct presence in the core function of the website. But all this stylization would be for nothing if the ads weren't on the right topic. That's where contextual comes in. If you're looking up cars but you get an advertisement for shoes, it feels disruptive and out of place. Therefore, ads tailored to the context of the search can help reduce such interruption and even further improve the experience for users. For example, if you're looking up cars in the wintertime, advertising winter tires can add value to the user's browsing. Or if you're looking for soccer shoes, a soccer ball would naturally pair well with that. Leading into context further enhances the principle of integration, which can drastically improve ad performance without detracting from the user experience. Another benefit of contextual native advertising is the fact that it can also fit the mobile app. Many of Willhaben's larger banners simply don't fit the mobile interface. Therefore, this seamless integration, also working on mobile, is extremely beneficial to both Willhaben and advertisers, especially considering around 75% of users predominantly use that device. By integrating contextual native advertising, we expect to see growth and positive feedback across the board. There are studies showing that the click-through rate of in-feed native ads can perform up to about 130% better than traditional ad displays. For a platform like Willhaben, which has about 1.2 billion monthly page impressions, even a much more moderate performance improvement could result in hundreds of thousands, if not even millions, more clicks. Meanwhile, with respect to conversion rate and purchase intention, contextual targeting has been shown to deliver a 3 to 5% improvement for these. Clearly, native ads are the main value driver here, but this heightened conversion rate still provides increased value to advertisers. As for ad revenue, native advertising allows platforms to charge a premium over standard display ads. Research indicates that advertisers pay a premium of up to roughly 54% for native advertising, and with ad spend being forecasted to continue to rise in the years to come by up to 372% in some 5-year forecasts, Willhaben can profit significantly from empowering its ad value. And for the users themselves, the fact that ads are less intrusive, perhaps even supporting their search through add-on services and products, delivers an overall better user experience. The average Willhaben user spends about 9 minutes and 1 second on the site per visit, so expect the improved experience to increase this further. However, no solution is without its risks. We've prepared a list of potential risks for implementing contextual native advertising and strategies to mitigate them. First, users may grow frustrated when clicking on native ads expecting a Willhaben product, but instead being sent to another website. To address this, ads should be clearly labeled through high prominence disclosures. While high prominence disclosures don't have as high a click-through rate as low prominence disclosures, they do retain the highest user trust, which is healthy for Willhaben's user base. Second, the change might lead to worse ad performance and lower advertiser satisfaction in the short term due to reduced screen space committed to advertising. But in the long term, the improved integration and user experience will outweigh these negatives. Willhaben must emphasize to advertisers that changes benefiting the user experience will ultimately also benefit ad performance for advertisers. To conclude, contextual native advertising is a win-win-win strategy. It benefits the user experience by reducing intrusiveness, acting as helpful add-ons and not noise. It benefits advertisers by facilitating higher click-through and conversion rates. And it benefits Willhaben by securing its position as a market leader, maintaining a healthy user base and allowing it to charge a premium to advertisers. We learned many things throughout the course of this project. The preparation and research we had done before the workshop was extremely helpful to making the most of the workshop time, asking the right questions, iterating on ideas, and scrapping what didn't work. Furthermore, it was an interesting challenge to improve value and revenue, all the while prioritizing improving the user experience. It oftentimes feels like it's the case that improving revenue comes at a cost to the users, especially nowadays where every platform is a subscription service, each of which are trying to nickel and dime you by increasing prices. So this workshop taught us that with the right innovation, this need not be the case. It is possible to boost platform performance while benefiting users. As a disclaimer, the AI tools we used include Figma for mockups, Gemini for image generation, and NotebookLM/Gemini for research.